I was busy and I said, can't you send it to me by mail? They said, no. He dragged me back and they brought out a shy young Cuban. And the song he taught me, I think maybe one of the more important songs I've ever sung. The words, or the tune first, it was a very common tune. Men sang it when they got drunk. Where were you last night? Guantanamera, which means woman of Guantanamo. Songs like that have been written all around the world wherever the American Army goes. Rum and Coca-Cola was another. Both mother and daughter working for the Yankee. And brown skin curls, stay home and mind, baby. I'm going away in a sailing boat, and if I come back, stay home and mind, baby. And Guantanamera was made up probably in the early part of the 20th century, and every afternoon a man was on the radio, Josito. He put the song together really as we know it. And he said, well folks, let's see what's in the afternoon paper. Let's see who was caught in the wrong bed, or who was caught with his hand in the till. And he'd make up verses about the newspaper he'd just opened. Well, a classical musician, a composer named Julian Orban, had returned to Cuba after Franco took over Spain. He'd been traveling with his parents in Spain. And he made the discovery that the verses written by Jose Marti in 1891 fitted this melody. And he told his piano students, he was teaching piano to some boys, isn't it interesting? Marti's verses fit this gutter melody. Well, one of the students, 12 years later, was up in New York, and he decides to teach this song to the boys at the camp. Marti actually wrote a whole book of poems. Now this is what I only just learned a few years ago. Marti was making a living as a journalist. He was in exile from Cuba. And he was making himself sick with indecision. He says, I want independence from Cuba, but I don't want to hurt Spain. Spain's the mother country. And if we do get independence, how do we keep Cuba from the claws of the great eagle of the north? The doctor said, Jose, you're making yourself sick. Go up the country, go walking in the woods, get your health back. That's the most important thing. So he went up. Where did he go? Only 13 miles from where I learned the song 70 years later. Haynes Fall in the Catskills. And he wrote about 150 verses, and the young Cuban counselor went through the whole book and selected some verses which he thought would be most important for the children at the camp to learn. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crecen las palmas. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crecen las palmas. Y antes de morir me quiero echar mis versos del alma. Canta. Guantanamera. Mi verso es de un verde claro y de un carmín encendido. Mi verso es de un verde claro y de un carmín encendido. Mi verso es un ciervo herido que busca en el monte amparo. Guantanamera, hey, hey, Bahía Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Bahía Guantanamera. Cultivo la rosa blanca en julio como en enero. Cultivo la rosa blanca En junio como en enero, para el amigo sincero que me da su mano franca. Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera. Again, you can get harmony on this. You can see low harmony like I do, or high harmony. Guantanamera. Disparo cruel que me arranca el corazón comprimido. Disparo cruel que me arranca el corazón comprimido. Parto mi ortigo, cultivo la rosa blanca. Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera. The words mean I am a truthful man from this land of palm trees. Before dying, I want to share these poems of my soul. My poems are light green, but they are also flaming red. I cultivate a white rose in June and in January for the friend who gives me his hand. And for the cruel one who would tear out this heart with which I live, I do not cultivate thistles nor nettles. I cultivate a white rose. The last verse says, with the poor people of this world, I want to cast my lot. I want to share my fate. The little streams of the mountain please me more than the ocean. Con los pobres de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. Con los pobres de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. El arroyo de la sierra me complace más que el mar. Guantanamera, hey, hey. Guajira Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera. Encore, repita, Guantanamera, hey, hey. Guajira Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira Guantanamera. I'm going to ask Adam Growald and the rest of his musicians, young and old, to come up. And if Aldo is here, get in the key of A. Get close enough, Phil can be heard. After the Twin Towers were bombed, I put some words to a little banjo run I played for years. Didn't know what to do with it. Didn't know what to do with it. And I suddenly got some words. Finally, about 8 or 10 months later, I finally got some words for verses. I'm not a quick songwriter. how I envy people like Malvina Reynolds and Bob Dylan and Phil Oakes. They just make up, and Woody Guthrie just make up one song after another after another. Down in Alabama, 1955. Not many of us in this tent were then alive. A young Baptist preacher led a bus boycott. He showed the way for a brand new day without firing a shot. Don't say it can't be done. The battle's just begun. Take it from Dr. King, you too can learn to sing, so Dr. King. Oh, those must have been an exciting 13 years. Young heroes, young heroines. There was laughter, there were tears. Students sitting down at lunch counters, children dancing in the street. To think it all started with Rosa refusing to give up her seat. Don't say it can't be done. The battle just begun. Take it from Dr. King, you too can learn to sing, so Dr. King, hey, I'll teach you all the chorus. Don't say it can't be done. Sing that. Don't say it can't be done. Good. The battle's just begun. The battle's just begun. Here's the third line. Take it from Dr. King. Try that. Take it from Dr. King. Now we do all three lines. Don't say it can't be done. The battle's just begun. Take it. Take it from Dr. King. You too can learn to sing. Sing that. You too can learn to sing. So drop the gun. So drop the gun. Now you know the whole chorus. Don't say it can't be done. The battle just begun. Take it from Dr. King. You too can learn to sing, so drop the gun. Songs kept them going and growing. They didn't know all the millions of seeds that they were sowing. They were singing on marches, even singing in jail. Songs gave them courage to believe they would not fail. Don't say it can't be done. The battle just begun. Take it from Dr. King, you too can learn to sing, so Dr. King. Alabama, 1955. But since September 11th, many wonder, will this world survive? But if the world learns the lessons from Dr. King, we can survive, we can, we will! And so we sing, don't say we can't be done. The battle's just begun. Take it from Dr. King, you too can learn to sing, so you're singing better and better and better. Put them together. Don't say you can't be done. The battle's just begun. you can get more food, and we can exchange addresses, and someone also can be back in about 10 minutes.
Hey everybody, I'm going to introduce the band. On the left, or your right, we have Peter Swift, also known as the Good Doctor Tube Steak. We have Nick Rose. We have Bart Roast, or Nick Coles, playing the mandolin. On guitar, we have Tenderloins, Kevin Clayton.
On the banjo, we have Corn Dog, is Adam Growald, and Aldo,
yes.
we don't have a stage name.
good. We played that really good. I don't think we'll do it that good again. This next song's a little bit of a gospel song. It's kind of a traditional bluegrass. You're missing one.
It's all right. You gotta sing bass on this.
I'll be resting when the road is called. I'll be resting when the road is called. I'll be resting in the kingdom of heaven. I'll be resting when the road is called. No more sorrow when the road is called. No more sorrow when the road is called. No more sorrow in the kingdom of heaven. I'll be resting when the road is called. No more shouting when the road is called. No more shouting when the road is called. No more shouting in the kingdom of heaven. I'll be resting when the road is called. Take it, walk. Meet my elders when the road is called. Meet my elders when the road is called. Meet my elders in the kingdom of heaven. I'll be resting when the road is called. Meet my mother when the road is called. Meet my mother when the road is called. Meet my mother in the kingdom of heaven. I'll be resting when the road is called. I'll be resting when the road is called. I'll be resting when the road is called. I'll be resting in the kingdom of heaven. I'll be rested when the road is called. Yeah, we have a friend that's gonna come up and sing a song here, Marcela.
She lays down her alley gun romances from the meat packers.
This is a song that I wrote. And it got played on Car Talk.
Yeah!
We're proud of it. It's not really about cars. The song is about relationships. So if any of you are in a relationship, take notes because there's some deep stuff here. She don't try to change me. She loves me the way I am. Long as I take her out on the old back road, get that old time feeling now and then. She don't talk when I'm driving. She knows when I feel like being alone. Tired and dirty, sweaty and ugly, she still likes to take me home. Won't you tell me why can't the women be just a little more like my truck? Just slip her in the four-wheel drive when you're getting down in the mud. She always gets me up on high ground when I'm getting anywhere near stuck. Tell me why can't the women be just a little more like my truck? Just like a rodeo, slipping and sliding, four-wheel driving anywhere you wanna go. Just turn on the radio, she plays you some sweet song. When we go out for a little ride, she always takes me right along. Oh, I've been out on the road long enough to know that's only your truest friend to take you anywhere you wanna go. Won't you tell me why can't the women be just a little more like my truck? Just slip her in the four-wheel drive when you get down in the mud. She always gets me up on high ground when I'm getting anywhere near stuck. Tell me why can't the women be just a little more like my truck? Why can't the women be just a little more like my truck? Just slip her in the four-wheel drive when you're getting down in the mud. She always gets me up on high ground when I'm getting anywhere near stuck. Tell me why can't the women be just a little more like my truck? And she don't try to change me. She loves me the way I am.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone?
Girls. Girls. girls have picked them, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls taken husbands? Taken husbands, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where are all the young girls gone? Where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Did I sing this first? Where have all the young men
Going for soldiers.
gone? The soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they
Where have all the soldiers gone?
Watch back, man. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers
On the graveyards.
on the graveyards, everyone? When will they ever learn? When will they
Where have all the graveyards gone?
Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone?
Covered.
Covered with flowers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they
The fellow who wrote the words was a man named Lee Hayes. Died about 25 years ago. He was the son of a Methodist preacher in Arkansas, but he felt his father was hypocritical. He found his father used to baptize people and mark weddings and funerals with a few drops of water, which he said he collected when he was in the Holy Land once, and he filled the bottle up with water from the Sea of Galilee. But Lee caught him once putting some water in from the faucet. And he accused his father of hypocrisy. His father said, well, I didn't let it go all empty. I just let it get half empty. Then I filled it up. So they gave him a little water from the sea. It was getting diluted. This was back in the 1930s, and Lee became a radical in the 30s. Taught at a little labor college called Commonwealth in Arkansas, but the Ku Klux Klan rid him out. Really, they just got out with their lives. Years later, just before he died, I found this poem on his piano, and I said, Lee, this is wonderful. Can I have a copy? He says, oh, take it. If I should one day die by violence, let this be my written will. And in the name of simple common sense, treat my destroyer only as one ill. As someone who needed more than I could give, who never really learned to live, as someone who never really learned to live in peace and joy and love of life, but was diseased and plagued by hate and strife. My vanished life might have some meaning still when my destroyer learns to know goodwill. Lee cooperated with his neighbor to grow a garden, and he made a deal with his neighbor, and years later he said, you know, when I was young I was organizing sharecroppers. Now I have them. His neighbor did the hard work of digging and weeding and got a share of the vegetables. But, he made up this poem for my wife, who was also a gardener. If I should die before I wake, all my bone and sinew take. Put me in the compost pile and I'll decompose me for a while. Worms, water, sun will have their way, returning me to common clay. So when radishes and corn you munch, you may be having me for lunch. And then excrete me with a grin, saying, there goes Lee again.
That compost bin comes through the roof again. Vessel composting. In-vessel composting.
The other morning I woke up with an idea for a song. And I said, gee, that would be a good song, but I can't make up the verses. I found one verse I swiped from somewhere else. One of these days. That's too high, I can't sing it that high. One of these days, one of these days. You gotta come in on the repeat. One of these days,
One of these days,
one of these days,
one of these days,
one of these days, one of these days, or else.
one of these days, one of these days, or else.
One of these days, our school will have the money it needs for smaller classes. And the Navy will have a the bake sale to build the battleship. One of these days,
One of these days,
one of these days,
one of these days,
one of these days, one of these days, or else. Now that's all I have for the song. If anybody wants the tune or words, I can give it to them written down. But all I got is that one verse. Our schools will get the money they need for smaller classes. And the Navy will hold the bake sale to build the battleship. That's the only verse I got.
That's good enough.
Well, we do need more verses. Sketch out a world where people can disagree with each other without wanting to hurt each other. You know, at table, when I serve some dishes, I have to have some sweet and some not so sweet. Big disagreements in the family. I made up another song, though. Early in the morning, I first see the sun. I say a little prayer for the world. I hope all the little children live a long, long time. Every little boy and little girl. Hope they'll learn to laugh at the way some precious old words seem to change, 'cause that's what life is all about, to arrange and rearrange and rearrange. Oh wait, oh why do we arrange and rearrange and rearrange? Oh wait, oh why do we arrange and rearrange and rearrange? The song was made up in February. Just a couple of weeks later comes the maple syrup. Early in the morning I'm a-carrying the sap. I say a little prayer for the maple, like old Mama Quad on the northwest slope. I'll protect her as long as I'm able. She gives more sap year after year than any single other tree. So bring on the pancakes. Here's to Mama Quad, may she live for another century. Oh wait, oh why may she live for another century. Oh wait, oh why may she live for another century. Sometimes I'm sleeping, oh in the dead of the night, I hear a little voice from above. Can't remember the line. Is that a voice from my head, inside of my head, or does it come from above? There's a time to laugh, but there's a time to weep, a time to make a big change. Wake up, you bum, the time has come to rearrange and rearrange and rearrange. Oh, rearrange and rearrange. Oh, why rearrange and rearrange and rearrange. Now I have a philosophic relative who was visiting me. He says, Peter, I'm not sure if I agree with this song. We need a more stable world. I says, maybe you're right, I got a new verse. Maybe the biggest change will be when we don't have to change much at all. When maniacs holler, grow, 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 we can choose to be small. The key word may be little. We only have to change a little bit. Eat a little food, drink a little drink, and only have to shit a little shit. Oh, really? Oh, God. Only have to shit a little shit. Oh, really? Oh, God. Only have to shit a little shit. Kids, I know you're not supposed to say that word. But you'll find out it's not the words that are the bad things that people do, and most of them are grown-ups doing them. Early in the morning I first see the sun, I say a little prayer for the world. I hope all the little children live a long, long time, every little boy and little girl. Hope they learn to laugh at the way some wicked old words seem to change, 'cause that's what life is all about, to arrange and rearrange and rearrange. Oh, why do we arrange and rearrange and rearrange? Oh, why do we arrange and rearrange and rearrange? We're in Dutchess County. Just a few miles north begins Columbia County. And 160 years ago, there was an extraordinary event that took place. The farmers, who many of them had farmed their own, it seemed, they'd farmed their land for 200 years, but they still couldn't own it. They were still paying rents. Stephen Van Rensselaer III had 2 million acres of land. On both sides of the river, there were huge estates. And a doctor, a young dentist in the town of Hudson, formed an illegal organization called the Calico Indians. They harked back to the Boston Tea Party, and they met at night to the sound of a tin horn, and they put on calico robes to disguise themselves, they thought, and they would lay plans not to pay rent. And when the high sheriff came along to evict some farmer for not paying rent, they would waylay him at the point of a gun and burn all his papers. And Big Bill Snyder was a much hated high sheriff of Greene County. That's on the west side of the Hudson, north of here. And the farmers had an Irish fella who had escaped from England. He nearly got strung up in the Chartist movement there in the 1830s, but he came over here. Pretty soon he was working with the farmers, and they had a newspaper in Albany, and he was Irish, and he put a song in every issue. The hit song of 1844 was Old Dan Tucker. Get out the way, Old Dan Tucker, you're too late to get your supper. And they put new words to it. Get out the way, Big Bill Snyder, will tar your coat and feather your hide, sir. Big Bill Snyder was the high sheriff of Greene County. The sheriff, the moon was shining silver bright. Sheriff came in the dead of night. High on a hill an Indian stood, and a tin hound sounded through the wood. Get out the way, Big Bill Snyder, will tar your coat and feather your hide, sir. Get out the way, Big Bill Snyder, will tar your coat and feather your hide, sir. Next day the body of Bill was found. His writs were scattered on the ground. By his side a jug of rum told how he to his end had come. Get out the way, Big Bill Snyder, will tar your coat, feather your hide, sir. Get out the way, Big Bill Snyder, will tar your coat and feather your hide, sir. I guess the 1840s were a little bit like the 1960s, full of excitement. That's when the women met at Seneca Falls. Sojourner Truth gave that wonderful statement. You know, Sojourner Truth was born just across the river, about 7 miles away. I guess before this weekend is over, let's just take a second to think of the women, not just Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman, Charlotte Anthony, and Rachel Carson.
Yeah.
Rachel Carson. I hope I see you again someplace, but I don't travel much anymore. Up and down the Hudson just a little bit. And but if you ever come in the summertime, we have a free strawberry shortcake festival on the waterfront of Beacon. August 15th is our free corn festival. You get corn on the cob. And October 17th is our pumpkin festival. You can see we're into food. Oh my gosh. I think you're singing so well now. I'll try a song that's you have to harmonize. You know, some can sing high, some can sing higher, some can sing low, some can sing lower. And the song goes so slow, so if you think you got the wrong note, you have time to slide over and get a better note. Lee Hayes tells me that in churches that he went to, you could sing a song fast, like most people sing it now, or at least regular beat. But they sing it long meter style. As long as I hold up my hand like this, you keep singing the same note. Don't go on to another note. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Here we go. Grace of saved a wretch like me. lifted to the sky. Shine. Of ease. While others strive to win the prize. Seas. I guess you know the man who wrote it had once been a slave captain. And in his early 30s, he turned his life around and gives everybody hope that we can turn this world around.
Rearrange.
He went back to his home in England, and this is one of the hymns he wrote. He worked with a young man named Wilberforce, who became one of the leaders of the English anti-slavery movement. And about 200 years ago, they stopped the slave trade. And in 1837, young Queen Victoria signed the piece of paper, no more slavery in the British Empire. About 30 years before we got around, 25 years before. I really do believe. I like to sing for children, but I like to sing for grown-ups too. And when I get to sing in harmony, that's the best of all. Let's try that chorus once again. And you don't need to sing it loudly. If you hear too many people singing high, you sing low. If you hear too many people singing low, you sing high. You see, musicians can teach the politicians. Not everybody has to sing the melody. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. The skiers turn, the swimmers turn, the lovers burn. Peace may the general turn when I'm far away. Sing it again!
May the fiddle sound, the banjo play the old hoedown, dancers swinging round and round when I'm far away.
Once more!
Fresh may the breeze blow, clear may the streams all flow, blue above and green below when I'm far away.
I wish I had a nice new verse about this great big food and all this. Once more! Well, may the world go round.
Mr. Pete Seeger.
Thank you.
Some
Sweet Soils playing one more time in room 102. What's up? What's up?
I don't know when this right. I think it's done. Yeah.
I think it's done.
That's all right. Done.
That's okay.
This one jams.
Yours, Peter? You gotta open it. That one yours? All meat packer.
Sometimes put out CDs that don't have an address. Or about his email. I don't know how to use a computer.
No, there's an address.
Okay. You want me to sign?
Yeah, if you could, thank you very much. It made my weekend. Well, it made a lot more than a weekend, but have a great day.
I haven't got anything to sign, but I remember about 1957, you came to my little town in Illinois, and after the concert, you came back to whatever the organizer was, the house, and we all sat on the floor and sang songs for about 2 hours. And you've been a fan ever since.
I tried to get as many as I could.
I just wanted to give this to you. This is a little video I made about farmers.
Oh,
I
good.
think you might enjoy it.
Good. Okay.
I wonder if you might know.
Hey, Nick.